A customer contacted me as she had recently purchased a pair of plastic frames, but knew from previous experience that they never sat quite right on her nose and resulted in an uncomfortable fit. Luckily, we provide a service where we can replace the moulded nose pads with arms that hold the type of nose pad normally found on metal frames. First step is to disassemble the frame, keeping all the parts safe in a job tray. The moulded nose pads need to be completely removed. This is done by filing them with a fairly coarse file. Here I am removing the burr that has been created by the filing process. A few light passes is enough to bevel the edge. Once filed completely flat, you can begin sanding. At first with coarse paper to remove the filing marks, then move progressively through finer and finer grits so that a uniform matte finish is achieved. Once you have removed all the grooves and scratches, you can begin the polishing process. Start on the rough wheel using a dark brown polishing paste. Once that is done, you can move to the high gloss buffing wheel and bring it to a final shine. At this point, you will see if you have correctly removed all of the scratches from the filing process. If you discover any more that you have missed, go back to the sanding stage and repeat that. Nose pad arms come in left and right variations. Make sure you have one of each. Offer it up to the frame to see where you'd like your final placing to be. Once you have established that, mark it with a permanent marker. I have chosen to insert them directly using the heated tongs. Using this method ensures that there is a tight and complete enveloping of the base of the nosepad arm. Alternatively, you could drill a cavity to accept the base and add a drop of acetone to melt the acetate and achieve the same level of fit, but doing so means you'll have to leave the job for 12 hours for the acetone to evaporate off and the plastic to fully cure again. Using the heated tongs gives you an immediate result and you can move on to the next stage. The tongs heat up very quickly to a very high temperature. They are activated using a foot switch. I find it best to feather the heat as you can quickly lose control. By using the foot switch in short bursts, you can heat it just enough to melt through, but not enough to damage the surrounding area of plastic. You can clearly see when I'm using the foot switch as there is a cloud of smoke each time. When you have inserted the base to your satisfaction, hold the pad arm in place until the plastic around it has cooled and will hold it sufficiently. If you take away the tongs too early, the metal piece will get pushed out by the plastic. As I have chosen not to drill a clearance hole, there will be some material expelled which will collect around the base of the pad arm. Using a very sharp knife, you can trim this off. Here I'm selecting which nose pads will look correct on the frame. I don't want them to be so big that they are noticeable to anyone looking at the wearer, but I also don't want them too small, as the customer has had comfort problems in the past. With that done, the job is finished, on one side at least. Repeat the process for the other side, and then it's ready to return to the customer.